It's still kind of wild to think that a regular iPhone or Samsung phone can now make direct calls via satellite. I know it's 2026, but just a few years ago, smartphones were expected to rely entirely on cell towers and Wi-Fi networks for communication. If you were stuck in an area with no network access, the best option I can think of is to use some primitive techniques. Satellite connectivity gained traction in mainstream phones because of these emergencies. And in 2026, the technology has matured enough that satellite connectivity can support two-way communication, including voice calls, all without a traditional cellular signal. Samsung and Infinix are among those brands that are working to make satellite connectivity more than a niche feature. Until recently, satellite features on smartphones were extremely limited. Apple, Google, and Samsung all introduced versions of satellite emergency messaging over the past few years, but these were tightly controlled experiences. You could send a short message, usually guided by on-screen prompts, and only in specific situations. It was useful, but clearly not meant for everyday communication. That limitation shaped how people think about satellite features. It was framed as a safety tool and not something you'd rely on regularly. However, that narrative is changing in 2026. One of the more interesting developments this year came from Infinix, a brand better known for value-focused smartphones. At CES 2026, Infinix showed off its upcoming Note 60 series, which includes built-in satellite calling and messaging designed to work in the background, without special modes or complicated setup. Infinix's idea is fairly simple here. When you're within the radius of cellular coverage, the phone behaves like any other smartphone.